Hi guys. I just got let go from my job. I wasn't expecting that this morning. So I'll be fine. I worked for Midday Squares in marketing. They had to let go of the marketing division, which is fine. It just came as a bit of a shock. I'm a strong believer that everything happens for a reason. Able to maybe make more TikToks and create more content for you guys. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. I'm really gonna miss it. It was amazing. And I've learned so much in the past 8 months. I'm still in the parking lot. I haven't moved because I actually don't know how I'm gonna drive home. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys and just be really real. This is life. And you gotta get up and keep grinding. If anyone's hiring in marketing, anyone knows anyone that's hiring a marketing specialist, I'm free. Onwards and upwards from here. Okay, bye.
So I got fired, no cause, just vibes. And when I was like, why is this happening? They were like, well, it just seems like you're not really invested long term. It seems like you really don't like your job. And I was like, yeah, of course I don't like my job. Since when are we supposed to like our jobs? I thought you just bootstraps it and just muscle through the day like my Republican dad told me. What? God, corporate America is just getting out of control.
I got fired from a job that I burned myself out for, and my biggest fear was getting fired. I was doing everything to avoid the exact thing that happened because I forgot that it was a transactional relationship. They didn't owe me anything beyond my pay, and I agreed to that. Yet somehow I lost sight of that along the way. They didn't say, hey, we guarantee you a job if you become an unrecognizable version of yourself and skip sleep and exercise and think about work 24/7. They didn't promise me a forever if I put work above relationships. I wasn't required to miss out on the moments that matter most in my life to secure a spot at the company. They didn't have to keep me. They never did. I was so mad, how could they have done this to me after I've done so much for them? But the joke was on me. I thought that if I gave 110% every single day of my life that they should too, but that just was never a part of the agreement. Are you losing yourself to a job that'll never give you half the amount that you're giving them? Because that sounds like a pretty big deal.
As this clip got so viral around the globe, we will have a look at the comment of the people who are talking about her 3 degrees wine.
This is the most humbled I've ever felt in my life. I'm literally holding resumes, a stack of them, so that I can go in person to places and say, are you guys hiring? It's honestly a little bit embarrassing because I'm literally applying for minimum wage jobs, and some of them are being we're not hiring, and it's what? This is not what I expected. I graduated college with 2 degrees in communications and acting. I speak 3 languages. Oh, this sucks. I just want to be a TikToker if I'm being so for real with you. But I can't be delusional anymore. I literally need to make money. And so I'm just gonna keep trying. I'm over here crying. And then I heard the birds chirping. And then I thought, at least I'm crying in Brooklyn. God, I hope I'm doing better a year from now.
We will have a look at the comment of the people who are talking about her 3 degrees wine. When you studied communication plus 3 languages only to realize nobody wants to hear what you have to say. You know what kind of job those degrees, communications and acting, would be good for. Sales, comm, and acting skills are great for that kind of work. Even her speaking 3 languages would help her in that kind of work. So another person replied, that's the part where they fail to think outside the box. She should be applying for remote jobs, taking phone calls. She would make the perfect remote insurance agent, because being able to communicate and act like you actually care about the situation of the caller is the key to said job. Communication. Useless. Acting. Wow. Communications and acting? I'm sure it was going to be gender studies. Communications degree is an immediate red flag as far as I'm concerned. And an acting degree can't make this hit up.
My raggedy ass just got fired from Walmart. They talking about I got like 22 points. I've exceeded some type of policy. Let me clock out. It should not be this damn funny. The fact that I'm legitly having a blast right now. Oh, thank you. But y'all, I literally just got fired. And I look good. I knew that was the reason why I did my makeup today. I did my makeup to come get fired at Walmart today, boo. So you don't do that, baby.
It's all a scam, because as soon as you don't serve your employer anymore, as soon as you don't meet the bottom line, they will let you go in a heartbeat. You're replaceable. You're 100% replaceable. Yet they want you to act like your job is the end all be all of your whole entire life. You spend more hours in an office than you do at home with your family. The whole system is a scam. Trading your time for money is a scam.
Somebody please tell me what the I have this for, or thousands of hours of training. I mean thousands. Or why I've worked the last 20 years to just not be able to get a job. I have a psychology degree, thousands of hours of training in various types of social work and counseling. I can't even talk right now. I am one who usually trains people to do things, whether it's HIPAA, paperwork. I have tried to get a job at every entry-level position you can think of in the last 2 years. In the last couple of weeks, I had to have 15 interviews, which is the most callbacks and interviews I've gotten, so I finally had hope. And for the third time in 3 months, I was told I am a good fit. They would like to move forward with me. They just have to check my references. I sit and I wait. They don't call my references, and then out of nowhere tell me that an internal person applied and the position is no longer available. What is going on in the world? But I've never had trouble getting a job. Ever since I was 15, I have been employed. I have almost always been I can't even talk, been offered every job that I've ever interviewed for, to the point where I'm usually having to decide which ones I would like. And now I can hardly get an interview. When I do get an interview, I'm lucky if I get a call back. And then the times that I've been offered the position, they don't check my references and then they just go with somebody else. I have 2 children. I am disabled. Technically, if I wanted to, I could live off of disability, but I can't afford to, so I don't even take any assistance. I just want a job, and I can't find one. I don't care about the pay. The only thing I care about is the hours, because my children are special needs, and I share one vehicle with my family of 4, and my partner who also works 12-hour shifts. So that is the one setback, is the times of day that I'm available, which I understand is making it hard for some of the positions that I applied to, because that's not what they're looking for. But overall, I don't get it. I don't get it. And then when I try to apply for something that is completely below my degree or anything that I've done in years, they look at me like I have 10 heads and basically tell me they don't think I know how to operate a register or something of that nature because I've been working behind a computer and with people for years. Are you kidding me? All of my first jobs were at registers, and even little small jobs that I've taken in between here and there. And quite frankly, if you ask me, registers are much easier to operate nowadays than they were when I first started working at 16. What is the world going to do when jobs become less and less because of AI, when we can't even find them now?
I got fired yesterday. I was nannying a 3-month-old 3 days a week, 9 hours a day. I'm about a month and a half into nannying, and I started feeling really down and blue and just I can do more and help out more, but all I was doing was feeding, changing diapers, nap. There was no walks, adventures, nothing, which I understand it being a 3-month-old baby, every parent is different. So I had a conversation with my friend who's a mom and a nanny, and we were both just expressing our challenges as a nanny and what's hard about it and validating each other in our struggles. I know for a fact I didn't say anything offensive about the family, about the kid, and once I had worked through how I was feeling in my head, I was going to have a conversation with the family and ask how else can I help? Can I meal prep for you? Can I take the kid on adventures? Can I do more? But they heard before that happened. So the mom called me and told me that she doesn't trust me anymore and that they don't want me to work for them anymore. So I guess my path is being cleared for something better.
So I started a new job on Wednesday. It's Friday, and I really liked it and it was going really well. It's in the suburbs and it's 20 minutes away from my house, so I've been
leaving really early and trying to time it. Obviously, I'm normally really punctual. I don't show up late, you know, especially like at a new job. I'm a good employee, and I forgot my phone at home today, so I had to go back and grab it. I was freaking out because I was looking at the clock and I was like, I'm supposed to be there at 8:30, and I got there at 8:32 and was at my desk at 8:32. It's an open floor, and the boss looked at me and said, you can't be late in your first week, you're fired. And I thought he was joking because it's a super chill, lax environment. Like, he would around with people, and I was like, you're joking. Like, I literally, my first instinct was that it was a joke. I'm not kidding. And he wasn't joking. So I got there, again, just to reiterate, at 8:32, and they fired me. I'm angry and I'm shocked and I'm hurt, especially just because that's not who I am, and I'm really trying to not put it on me, you know, like I should have been there at 8:30, but no warning, nothing. No one gave me a heads up, like, hey, you know, your first week, like, they're really strict. If they would have said that, oh my God, you know, and I was already bugging out that I was 2 minutes late. If anyone has any words of encouragement, I'm really struggling right now.
Deserve a good man. I do. I deserve a good man. I was about to say I'm not even going to toot my own horn, but I am about to toot my own horn. I think I'm like a top tier woman. I'm super loyal, funny AF, I'm trusting, I'm nice, I'm caring, I'm a loudmouth, but I'm lovely.
13-year-old boy found out that his mom has an OnlyFans account. He showed up to school one day and boys in his class showed him naked photos of his mom. This made him depressed and suicidal. In a post he wrote, "The worst part is, when I confronted my mom about it, she said that I was overreacting and that sex work is basically the same thing as working in a bank or a grocery store." The boy ended it by saying, "I've been crying every day in my room for the past week. I don't think I can take it anymore." Sadly, this could be the reality for many kids in the future, because our culture has created a narrative that says that selling your body is empowering, and posting your graphic images on sites like OnlyFans doesn't harm anyone.
This mom who gaslighted her son needs to be arrested and throw away the key. First, they get fired from their own jobs due to their false allegations against male colleagues, and then after getting fired, they start their real work as OV model online for grabbing the attention of men, and then once again charge them with false allegations after they get attracted to those women.
I was joking with you earlier that it's like trendy to get it together when it comes to, you know, making a safe environment for women. Right now, it seems as though there's beginning to be a movement. Why?
Well, I think there's starting to be a dialogue about it, right? And like anything, you know, it takes a long time for that dialogue to become, you know, something that becomes kind of normal. You know, on About.me, when we spun out of AOL, we had 13 people that were on our team, 13 men, right? I'm not proud. That's not okay. You know, to fast forward today, we have 11 women and, you know, we have 14 men, right? So we have a team of 25. So we didn't make it like a mantra internally, because I think that diminishes somewhat. Then, oh, we're only hiring whatever. But I, as a CEO and as a leader, as a founder, it's something that I uniquely can impact. And I had an eye towards it in a very quiet way. We have navigated, right? And we made sure that we had great candidates, both for men and women. And then when we've had opportunity to grab like incredibly professional, seasoned, accomplished, talented women, like we've done it, you know, like we've created an environment where they're going to feel comfortable, right? We don't have Nerf guns in our office, our silly startup culture, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not sending out all these, you know, signals of this is a dude frat party.
Sometimes founders don't even realize it may be a place with all Nerf guns and, like, you know, it just feels like a dude frat party. Like, do you have women advisors? Do you have people? Do you guys have conversations?
Yeah, we have conversations.
With other founders?
You read, you pay attention to it. It's something that at my station of life, my age, like, it's inexcusable to not have your ears open and to dive in and be knowledgeable, like what's happening. So we ask, one of my partners just did a great thing where he asked some of the female founders of true portfolio companies, what's that like pitching us? What are the things that we, haven't been sensitized to, because we're all guys, right? So let's okay, so let's open up and let's think about it. Listen, we have a long list and we are so far from where we need to be. But I'm really proud of the ability for our team to open up and listen to it and then figure out what we want to go do about it.
Well, what we're talking about is it's been very interesting watching the Me Too movement and the Time's Up movement, how it's all developed. Welcome back to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Revelations about disgraced movie director Harvey Weinstein's abuse of women sparked a global reckoning with predatory male behaviour. But 5 years on from what became known as the Me Too movement, there's a growing backlash. Some influential people argue it's become divisive, pitting the sexes against each other with an assumption of male guilt, leaving many young men feeling marginalised. But it showed me the sensitivity around all this. And if any man now behaves in a way that looks like it's toxic masculinity, bang, they're expunged. Is in that process masculinity itself getting expunged and demonised?
I would say so. Say exactly what he thinks.
A lot of young men feel they're getting disenfranchised by society. But what we're talking about is it's been very interesting watching the Me Too movement and the Time's Up movement, how it's all developed.
Yes, let's be real. I do not want to be hanging on the side of a window. No, I do not want to be building a house. You should do that. Men barely.
What would you rather be doing? Online shopping, innit?
Men barely building houses these days. They barely build in-house. They barely do any fixing these days. They barely do all the.
That's the guys you date. That's the guys you date.
I'm saying in general.
That's not true. If you say in general, that's not true.
Modern men, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it anymore.
If that's not true that men are building, how are we having every infrastructure we have? Because it's not women building these things.
Ironically, women may be the only ones responsible for the unintended consequences of the dour Me Too movement. The behavior of men toward their female co-workers has changed significantly since the movement gained hold, according to a study that will be published in the journal Organizational Dynamics. Currently, a startling 27% of men steer clear of one-on-one meetings with female colleagues. Yes, about a third of males say they are reluctant to spend time alone with a woman at work these days. Moreover, 21% of males acknowledge that they would be hesitant to appoint women to jobs involving intimate contact, like traveling for work. Furthermore, 19% of males admit that they would second-guess hiring a beautiful lady. The research, conducted in early 2019 across various industries, paints a troubling picture when compared to similar questions asked in early 2018. Back then, at the height of the Me Too, 15% of men were reluctant to hire women for jobs demanding close interpersonal interactions. By 2019, that number had jumped to 21%. These statistics reveal a disturbing trend. The very movement aimed at creating a safer and more equitable workplace for women might have inadvertently led to increased wariness and hesitation among men, potentially hindering women's professional opportunities. And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW Voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.